हेलो। our esteemed principal, Dr. B.V. Tirupanian, the president of the Two-Day International Women Leaders Conference. I now request Ramya, please come forward and present the tactics for principal. My pleasure to invite our chief guest, Honorable MLA Sri Venkateswar Rao to the dais. He is on the way. I consider it as my honor to invite District Collector, Sri Chan Mohan IAS to the dais. And on the way. And we are honored by the presence of our municipal commissioner for Karnataka.
Welcome, sir. Please give a big round of applause.
Request Shivamani, please present the sapling. I request our vice principal, Dr. K. Anjaneyal, sir, onto the dais. I request the convener of this two-day International Women Leadership Conclave, Ms. D. Sridevi, onto the dais.
Hello, please come.
To mark the commencement of the significant gathering, I request our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly proceed with the lighting of the lamps. I now invite all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly light the lamps. I request all the student council members to also join on the lighting of the lamps.
ఇక్కడ ఫిక్స్డ్ ఐడి
Following this, we'll have a calling song, Jai Jai Priya Bharata, written by Devapalli Krishnasastri, famous Telugu poet and an alumni of this college. I request Ramya and team, please come forward and lead us to the prayers. Request all the participants to please stand up. Jaya 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 Priya Bharata Janani Shri Divya Jaya 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 Satanari Hridaya Kendri Jaya 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 Satanari Hridaya Kendri Jaya 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 Priya Bharata Janani Shri Divya Datri Jaya Jaya Satyamala Susyama Chala Shelanjala जय वसंत कुसुमलता चलित ललित चूर्ण कुंतला जय मदीय हृदयाशयलाक्षारुण पदयुगला जय मदीय हृदयाशयलाक्षारुण पदयुगला जय 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 प्रिय भारत जनयित्री दिव्यदात्री जय दिशान्तगत शकुन्त दिव्यगान परितोषणा जय गायक वैतालिक गण विशाल पथ विहरणा जय मदीय मधुर गेय चुम्बित सुंदर चरणा जय मदीय मधुर गेय चुम्बित सुंदर चरणा जय 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 प्रिय भारत जनयित्री दिव्यदात्री जय 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 शत सहस्र नर नारी हृदय नेत्री जय 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 शत सहस्र नर नारी हृदय नेत्री जय 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 प्रिय भारत जनयित्री दिव्यदात्री जनयित्री दिव्यदात्री जनयित्री दिव्यदात्री Prayer song. Now, I would like to invite our principal, Dr. B.D. Kirpani, to deliver the presidential remarks for the two-day International Women Leadership Conference. I request our principal, please give his opening remarks.
Esteemed chief guest for the inaugural session of this two-day International Women Leadership Conclave, Madam Bhavana Garu, IAS, the Commissioner for the Municipal Corporation of Kakinada. Another guest of honor, Professor Bhaskar Rao Garu, Superintendent Badu Sastry, Administrative Academy, Musori. Another guest of honor, Madam Gulzit Kaur, the former President of All India Women Conference, Delhi. Madam Sridevi, the convener of Center for Women Empowerment and also Gender Equity Studies. And other invitees, participants of the dais, colleagues, participants from other colleges across India, women faculty members, press, media, and student friends. Very good morning to you all. At the outset, we, the teaching, non-teaching staff, and also students of this 140-year-old Temple of Higher Education, extend you all a warm welcome to this today National Women Conclave, that is Leadership Conclave. Dear friends, the objective of this conclave is to expose the participants to the success stories of women who excel in various areas. The backdrop for conducting this international level women leadership conclave is our Vision Bharat 2047. In order to the pathway to realize the recommendations of Vision Bharat 2047, that is envisioning India into a developed nation by 2047 with focus on inclusive growth, sustainable progress and development. So we felt that India cannot achieve a developed nation, to a status of developed nation, without including the women of this nation who constitute almost 50% of the nation's population. So that is why, in order to empower our students as well as participants of the society community, we have invited, madam, the members of these self-help groups also from our communities, worker members, and also women faculty members across the India, from our government degree colleges and also from students, ma'am. So our main objective is to make them listen to the success stories of the already excelled women in education, in business sector, in politics area, and also in other areas such as literature and also sports and games. And I hope that definitely this 2-day international conclave will serve the purpose for which it is being conducted. And I request all the participants to kindly pay rapt attention and stay back during these 2-day sessions. Definitely, you will return to your places with lot of empowerment. And as a part of this 2-day program, we have devised 17 sessions. We have planned 17 sessions, and all these sessions are very much unique. Only 4 talks are there, 8 panel discussions are there, and also 5 fireside chats are there. That means just like interviews. Definitely these sessions will empower you, and there will be so many takeaways from this 2-day conclave. And as you know, though you constitute 50% of the population, only 15% MPs are there in our Lok Sabha. And across India, in assemblies, only 9% of the MLAs, women MLAs are there. And there is also a disparity, a discrimination in pay also. For example, if you see, when a man gets 100 rupees as a pay for his labor or work, women are getting only 39.8 rupees out of that. That is gender parity gap. Similarly, out of 100 entrepreneurs in India, only 14 are women. Only 14% women entrepreneurs are there now. We have to make it to 50% at least, because the percentage of women in India of the total population is 50%, whereas entrepreneurs are only 14%, 14%. And there are 40% of women sarpanches in India. Out of them, only 60% are involving in the decision making. 40% are not participating in the policy making. On behalf of them, their husbands or other personnel, men, are taking part in the policy making. So, as you know, empowerment is making women stronger and confident with a focus on controlling their own life and also giving them the opportunity to take decisions on their own. So with this objective, we have planned this conclave, and our Center for Women Empowerment and Gender Equity Studies team, and also ICC is also there, madam, National Compliance Committee. They have devised this program. They have been working on this program, for the past 3 months, and they really realized this. And from the purpose of this conclave, I appreciate them and also wish them all the best. And on behalf of the students and staff of this college, once again, we extend gratefulness to Madam Bhavana Garu, IAS, the Municipal Commissioner, for having her presence felt in the inaugural function. Thank you all for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Now I request Honorable Commissioner Garu to address the participants.
Honorable Principal Garu, all the HODs of the college, and all the respected dignitaries present on the dais, and all the students attending this conference. A very good morning to all of you, and thank you so much for inviting me here. The All India Women Conference కాబట్టి ఎక్కడ గివెన్ లీడర్షిప్ క్వశ్చన్ ఉంటుంది, ఎక్కడ నాకు ఎక్సైట్మెంట్ వస్తుంది, ఎక్కడ వెళ్ళి ఒకసారి మాట్లాడతాను నేను. First, as Principal Garu has rightly said, the percentage of women in all spheres of leadership is less than 50% in most of the cases. But it is highly needed. The requirement is even more than 50%. That scenario, we all should be empowered to lead in all the spheres of the life. So coming here, I'll not bore you with many things, but I'll just share 2 incidents of my life which have greatly shaped my thinking, and I hope that these 2 things will motivate you also. First thing is, coming to the degree college, I remembered my college days. I have done BTech from Information Technology in NIT Allahabad. So I am a I'm a software engineer. After my BTech, I got my job into software engineering. And I did my job for 2 years. So during my entire BTech time and during my entire 2 years software, I had no idea or no guidance or no motivation that I should prepare for UPSC. It was just that some incidents happened and I was forced to leave my job and to prepare for UPSC. See, it was a very tough decision to make, because after that, 3 years of long hard work was due for me. That was the time of utter, because I could clear in my second attempt. In first attempt, I was not even able to clear prelims. And when you are not even able to clear first step, where you have to get top 100 rank, it's extremely depressing. So after my first time failure in prelims, I was extremely stressed, and I almost thought of leaving the preparation. I thought that I can never qualify the exam. The exam is very, very difficult, and maybe I'm not capable to do it. But my parents supported me. My family was always there. I kept away from negative elements of life who will always demotivate you. And again, with some more rigor and enthusiasm, I participated in my next attempt looking at all the mistakes which I have done, thoroughly analyzing, and giving the attempt, putting everything in God's hands. And I was able to clear it. I'm not telling the story of me clearing the exam. I'm just telling that for me, path was very, very difficult because I have never studied humanities. I'm completely a science graduate. And that too in software technology, I have worked also. Completely, I had to change my path. And that path, and I did self study. I did not go to any coaching institute, so I was 100% sitting at home preparing. So I have no interaction with anybody. So how stressful it can be if I think that now I really get the chills. Actually, how was I actually able to do it? Thing is, it was a difficult process, but I did what I felt right. That it is the right thing to do. And when you are on the right path, God will give you 100% strength to achieve that. That is point number one. Point number two, which is a very, very recent activity, I just want to motivate you. So that is why I'm telling you all these things. Looking at me, my brother, younger brother also got motivation to come into government exams. So he also left his job in 2021 and he appeared GATE and he started doing MTech. He completed his MTech by 2023. August 2023 Nunchi, he was trying very, very hard to get government job. He's intelligent, good, hardworking person. But since 2023 till yesterday, he might have appeared in more than 20 exams. And he faced disappointment in all of this. And yesterday, he was literally, he was so depressed at those times that why am I not able to clear these exams and all. But even he never being my own brother, he never asked me to talk to anybody or to apply any reference. He said that whatever I will achieve based on my own hard work only. And I don't want any support which I do not deserve. And just yesterday night only we got news that he got selected into very good Government of India post yesterday only. So the heights of struggle which he had to go through, and without even iota of this support from my positional side, he was able to achieve this. So these two kind of proud events are there where which I feel that your honesty, your hard work, and your zeal to do right thing in life will always take you forward, will always take you to the heights which you can never even imagine. And you will prove as an example to entire society. And you will be always good support for your family also. So at the end of the day, I will tell that always believe in yourself, always believe in your qualities, always believe in your strengths, try to work on your weaknesses. And day is not far when you will be at the highest position which you deserve. For women, our paths are 10 times more difficult than men, I'll say that. But God has given us strength maybe 20 times more than that. That is what I do. So we have strength as we have the challenges. And when I see my friends from All India Women Conference, all of them are more than 70 years and they're still very, very active. I really take inspiration from them. And we keep on looking at such positive examples in our life. Try to do as much as possible. If somebody tells you, see, in my school time, people did not have any faith in me. They used to tell me not do anything. If somebody is telling you that you are good for nothing, you'll never achieve anything, kindly do not believe them. Please believe in yourself. Please believe in family who has great belief in you. Thank you so much for inviting me, Principal Gareth. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your inspiring message. Now, I request the dignitaries on the dais to please release the ISBN book featuring the published full-length research papers for this two-day International Women Leadership Conclave titled Spreading the Wings of 21st Century Women. So I request all the dignitaries, please come forward. Please release the book.
I request the delegates and all the faculty from other colleges to join with us and all the HODs. Please, ready, sir. Right. Madam, please ready. Sosla madam, and Pandra madam, ready. Madam, please stand. Madam, ready. Sara madam and Sujata garu, internet on place, తెలియకపోతే also please come forward. This is the publication regarding this Women Conclave International. 40 research papers we have received and we have published in this book. We proudly announce that now this is the release event of this book. We are in the presence of our Commissioner Garu and all the delegates, Bhaskar Garu, our Principal Garu, and all of you, we proudly inaugurating the launching of this book and releasing of this book. Please give a big round of applause. ఈరోజు ప్రెజెంటేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇందులో ఎవరైతే పేపర్స్ మాకు ఇచ్చారో వాళ్ళందరూ కూడాను వాళ్ళ తాలూకా రీసెర్చ్ వర్క్ ని ఉమెన్ ఎంపవర్మెంట్ అండ్ గ్రోత్ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్షిప్ ఇలాంటి డిఫరెంట్ ఐటమ్స్ లో ఇచ్చారు. వాళ్ళ ప్రెజెంటేషన్స్ కూడా రన్ అవుతున్నాయి. వేరే హాల్లో మేము అరేంజ్ చేసాం. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద హార్డ్ వర్క్ ఆఫ్ all the committee, technical committee, and the research coordinator, Prasad Garu, and all the paper presenters. So, in this regard, I thank you, all the persons who have participated to get this book into this form, and we thank our Principal Garu for allowing and funding all these things. Thank you very much, sir.
Now it's time to felicitate our guest of honor, Sri Bhavana is. So I request I request our principal sir to please felicitate Arun Krishna. Busy schedule, she came here and participated in this event. Thank you very much for a great visit. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are very much honored by your gracious presence. Convener, this CBD, convener statement.
Dear Madam, now we request you to present the convener's report. Please.
Method is Sridhari Gujula, a lecturer in physics, PR Government College, and also convener of Women Empowerment Cell. And I am heartfully welcoming all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, our stakeholders, faculty and students of various educational institutions. Warm welcome to our International Women Leadership Conclave. This gender equality is the cornerstone of a fair and just society, ensuring equal rights, opportunities, and treatment for all, regardless of gender. Several countries have made significant strides in supporting women's rights and achieving gender equality. Gender equity empowers individuals to reach their potential, fostering innovation and inclusivity. The role and status of women in society have evolved over time and continue to be a dynamic and important topic worldwide. So we organizing this international women leadership conclave to ensure the women empowerment come more effectively in the society. Historically, women have faced many obstacles and constraints considered as subordinate to men. But the time has changed. Our leaders, national wide and international wide, statewide, are concentrating on women empowerment and education, exclusively women empowerment and education. So we are feeling proud to organize this mode of women empowerment event on the dais of this esteemed PRGC Government Degree College, Kakinada. So I request all the participants to be patient and cooperative with us to make this event a grand success. Thank you. So, thank you, ma'am, for presenting the leader's report. I request Professor M. Bhaskar sir to please address the gathering. He's a former bureaucrat. I request him to please address the gathering.
Morning to all of you. Morning, Principal, here College, Master Deviation Planning. Other dignitaries of the dais, Madam Sujit Kaur, Madam Sridhari, convener of the conference, the distinguished Number 16. The dais, heads of the department, students, visitor scholars, panel members, authors, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure to participate in this today's international conference on women's empowerment being organized by the PR Government College, Patnada, which is one of the oldest colleges in India offering high quality education, higher education, has been established during the early British time in India, Patnada. This institute is also one of the pioneers in women's education in India because it offers certain facilities like free exemption, etc. Now, on this occasion, I would like to draw your kind attention to the fact that the Honorable Prime Minister of India, while addressing the nation from the ramparts of the Red Fort on the eve of the Independence Day, 15th August 2021, has shared his vision with the nation. And one of the important components of this vision is women's empowerment, sustainable development. This Viksit Bharat vision of India aims to transform India into a developed country by 2047. By the time the per capita income of India is expected to raise to around $20,000. So this is the direction given by the Honorable Prime Minister to the nation, including all state governments, union territory administrations, all departments, organizations, and institutions. So in conformity with this Viksit Bharat vision was articulated by the Honorable Prime Minister of India. Almost all the state governments and union territory administrations in India have taken several initiatives in order to ensure that women's empowerment, including women's role, including women's leadership, participation, etc. Because the government believes that women's leadership is very, very important because they are the agents of development and it is very vital for the country to reach the developed status. So on this occasion, just I would like to draw your kind attention to the G20 summits. I think most of you are familiar with the G20 summits. In this G20 summits, India has inherited the presidency of G20 from Indonesia in 2022-23, and then we have passed on to the Brazil, and then since January this year, now the South Africa is the president of the G20. And if you see the deliberations of all these G20 summits, the G20 summit under India's presidency during the period 2022-23 has made a remarkable progress in women's empowerment, women's development, gender equity. So therefore, it is a clear indication that the government of India's commitment towards this important aspect of development has reflected in all the other G20 countries globally. Because G20 nations cover more than 75% of the world population, and it includes about 80% of the world economy. Because some of the richest countries like USA, UK, France, China, they were all members. So the government of India's commitment is as reflected not only at the national level, but also in the international level, as has been evidenced in the deliberations of the G20 commits and also by the declaration. So on this occasion, I once again congratulate the principal and the PR Government College for organizing this very important conclave. And I thank all the organizers for giving me an opportunity to put my views on this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening message. Now I request Gurjit Kaur ma'am to please give her keynote address. So she is a renowned social activist, former General Secretary of All India Women Conference, and one important thing is she is the youngest among the audience. She is the youngest among the audience. So I invite Gurjit Kaur ji onto the dais to please address her.
Thank you, Chandni, for the compliments. Namaskaram to all of you. And thank you so much, Principal Sahib, that you have taken this initiative. So I would like to say all men, they think like him. Then there is no need to have such competition. Because the people enjoy freedom, liberty, and equal rights. Why we are gathered over there to create an awareness. But if the men are aware like that, then there's no need for awareness. Am I right? So today's conclave is a big step. All the members, faculty members, college organizers, Madam Sri Devi, they have worked very hard for the last 8 months. As they said, they have been working. And I was glad what the municipal commissioner also shared with you. That was a very motivational speech. And Principal Sir, he has given the status also about the condition of women in our country. So United Nations said that it will take 300 years for the women to become empowered. But I don't believe it. I say the way we are moving ahead, the way India is achieving all the steps they are following for the empowerment of women, very soon India will be empowered greatly. So many girls sitting in front of me in this hall. The medical doctors, 100 boys are there, 100 girls are there. We have increased the seats for the girls in the IITs also. Beti Bachao is very thriving success in our country. All these steps, they indicate that India is going to become a big power because we have realized the fact that 50% of the generation, 50% population of the country, if they are not brought forward, if they are not given equal rights to the men, if they don't participate in the political arena, if they don't participate in other areas, if they are not educated, if they are not given the technical training, then the country will lag behind. But all the steps, as my honorable friend also just noted, that government is also taking all the steps so that women can come forward, women can be successful in every field. They are not only homemakers, women are even nation makers also. So you can take the examples how the parliamentarians, women parliamentarians, present also, past also. So that is reminded me of when Indira Gandhi, she came into politics. All the seniors, they said that she is a gungi gudiya. She's a dumb dog. But you can imagine how she proved herself. That Mr. Vajpayee, leaders like Mr. Vajpayee had to say that she is incarnation of Durga Mati. So this is how the women can change. This is how the women can achieve. Don't say that we are dumb dolls, we are gungi gudiyas. We can't say that we are the weaker sex. We are never weaker sex. We are the strongest sex because it's the women who gives birth. And the women only realize how difficult it is to give birth. What a pain she has to bear for the 9 months also and for that time also. So God has given this blessing to women also. Why? Because God knew that women have got the perseverance, the resilience, and the patience to bear the pain. That's why women has been blessed to be a creator of this world, and the men has not been given that blessing. So that itself is the proof that how strong the women can become, how perseverance and how patient they are. That's a very big example. So yesterday also I said in my speech that God has sent that Sokyo Manda Akiye Jo Jamme Rajam. The women who give birth to the Nawabs, to the kings, and all these people, how can you say that she is inferior? The person who has created the stalwarts, she has to be above the stalwarts, isn't it? We come to the college, the teachers and the professors, they teach us. They are superior to us, isn't it? That's why we learn in the colleges, in the institutions, in the schools, in the universities, because the professors and teachers, they know more than they are. So the women, if she is giving to the birth to the king and to the Nawab, this means she is superior to them, she is higher to them. So why do we say that women are inferior? That is my point. Because God is the creator and the women is the creator. So there is nobody in between. So closest to God is women. Then we can see the way we are minding, the women are making progress. I was about to say we are, I am not making progress. You people are making progress. You are making progress. And whatever you want to see, whatever you want to do, because I have, in my life itself, I have experienced all these things. I was telling Bhanumati Gandhi yesterday that when I got married, I was just graduate, but I had the resilience and the focus that I have to study. After getting married, after my 2 children, I continued with my study and my husband was very supportive at that time. Then I joined this railway service and I appeared for the competition at a very late age. And I stood in that competition, I stood first. So I did so well. When I retired from the railways, I wasn't aware of the word violence, but it's because I had never seen it. But when I joined All India Women's Conference, I was made in charge of a short stay moment where distressed women, they come and they are given training and they are given shelter. So from there, I learned that what violence is there. And now I stand in front of you talking about violence, talking about women's rights. I wasn't brought up like that. But it was my focus that whatever is happening around, I must learn that. So all those girls sitting over here, all young girls, whatever is your dream, you can definitely achieve the dream and you are capable of achieving more than that. So go ahead. But don't express your feelings, don't express your emotions. Whatever comes in your way, speak out. Don't remain silent, break the silence, speak out and move ahead to achieve your dreams. So all my best for the conclave also, because all of them they worked very hard. So I think all the participants, all those who are attending this, including myself, we are going to learn so much from this conclave. And I really thank all of my heart, all the sponsors and the principal side and the authorities of the college and those who have spared their time and they have come to participate and attend this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. So, on this occasion, we have to thank Bhanumati ma'am, who acted as a catalyst in bringing Pujit Kaur ma'am to this today International Women Leadership Conclave. And so we'll wait for 2 minutes. So we are expecting our MLC, Honorable MLC Sri Gari Padmasri Garu. Just wait for 2 minutes.
Good morning, madam, and welcome you. And now we are having Honorable MLC Madam K. Padmasri Garu. Please, madam, join with us. We welcome you onto the stage.
I request Kavya Sri to please come forward and present the saplings to our yes.
Now, we would like to honor ma'am with the sapling. Thank you very much, ma'am, for accepting. So far, they have received so much inputs from the speakers in the inaugural session. And I also would like to invite Sri Narayana Rao Garu onto the dais. Please, sir. Please. Okay, sir, please be with us. Thank you very much. And now I request our Honorable MLC Madam Padma Sri Garu to, okay, Madam, okay, to address the gathering in view of the International Women Leadership Conclave. Thank you very much, ma'am. Please.
5 minutes.
Okay, sure. Okay, thank you. Right. So meanwhile, we can enjoy a brief cultural program. Please, I invite all the students to come forward quickly.
Please. Song. చేయడం అందరూ మన ఇక్కడ సమకూడడం చాలా సంతోషదాయకం. నా పేరు మహాలక్ష్మి. శ్రీ సూర్య నిత్యనికేతన్ అనే ఒక నాట్య సంస్థని కాకినాడలో స్థాపించి అనేక విలేజెస్ లో కూడా నాట్య గురువులు అందుబాటులో లేని ప్రదేశాల్లో కూడా మా బ్రాంచెస్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసి దాదాపు 9 బ్రాంచెస్ 15 years నుంచి రన్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో అందులో భాగంగా ఇక్కడ మీ అందరినీ మన్ననలు పొందడానికి కొంతమంది చిన్నారులు మన ముందుకు రాబోతున్నారు. మనం ఎటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలు తలపెట్టినా మన సర్వ విఘ్నాలకు అధిపతి అనే గణపతి ప్రార్థనతో మొదలు పెడతాం. ఈ రోజు సాంస్కృతిక కార్యక్రమం మా శ్రీసూర్య నిత్యనికేతన్ చిన్నారులు ప్రణమామి గణనాయకం అంటూ మీ ముందు ప్రదర్శన చేయబోతున్నారు.
Lambodar Vilampitasudram Abhijataram Viragitagratram Lambodar Vilampitasudram Abhijataram Viragitagratram Shambhasuputram Sarasanetam Shambhasuputram Sarasanetam Patyam Prajnayami Nityam Pradhamami Gananayatam Varadayatam Vinam Prashritajana Vignanachakam Pradhamami Gananayatam. Amrochadam Muradaram Samudam Mudasabam Nidayakam Amrochadam Anantarukanayakam Aparadekikaram Anantarukanayakam Aparadekikaram Pranamaunipanakam Pranavasudharatmakam Pranamami Gananayakam Varadayakam Vinam Prashritajana Vignanachakam Pranamami Gananayakam.
We thank Srimad Mahalakshmi Garu and her team for their excellent performance. Now, I request our Honorable MLC, Sri Srimati Kari Padma Sri Garu, to please address the them.
Hey everyone, I would like to congratulate the PR College Principal Sir and the management team for conducting such a wonderful program. Maybe this is the first of its kind in Kakinada, the International Women Leadership Conclave. Claps totally. This program is only successful when you all heartfully, what do you say, when you're heartfully involved into this program. Okay, right? So whenever a woman steps forward, she creates a history, I think so. Because it is very difficult. అంటే మహిళలకి ముందుకు రావాలంటే చాలా కష్టం. She faces a lot of hurdles, she faces discrimination, she faces I don't know what all అంటే ఒక్కొక్కరికి ఒక్కొక్క సమస్య అవుతుంది మహిళ వచ్చి ఏదైనా ఒక సక్సెస్ అచీవ్ చేయాలంటే and it was not that easy for me also. నేను కూడా చాలా ఫేస్ చేశానంటే అలా కాదు చదివించాలనుకుంటే పేరెంట్స్ ఎందుకులేండి అమ్మాయి ఇట్స్ ఇనఫ్ ఫర్ ఒక డిగ్రీ చాలు అనేవారు కానీ మ్యారేజ్ తర్వాత మా హస్బెండ్ ఎంకరేజ్మెంట్ తో ఐ స్టడీ ఫర్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ 15 years ఆఫ్టర్ మ్యారేజ్ ఏదంటే ఎప్పుడు కూడా వర్డ్లు అన్నది కాదు దాన్ని అధిగమించి ముందుకు వచ్చే సత్తా ఎవరికైనా ఉంది అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ ఓన్లీ ఉమెన్ కెన్ మేక్ ఇట్ మెన్ కి ఏమవుతుందంటే ఒక బాధ్యత వచ్చి అక్కడితో ఎండ్ అయిపోయి ఒక ఫ్యామిలీ ఎర్నింగ్ పర్సన్ గా మిగిలిపోతారు కానీ విమెన్ షీఈ్ అ మల్టీ టాస్కర్ అండ్ ద లైఫ్ లాంగ్ షీ కెన్ టేక్ ఎనీ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీస్ అండ్ ఎనీ నంబర్ ఆఫ్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీస్ ఆ క్రెడిట్ అంతా కూడా గర్ల్స్ కి విమెన్స్ కి వెళ్తుంది సో ఈ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ ఉమెన్ లీడర్షిప్ కాన్క్లేవ్ అన్నది ఇలాంటి ఒక కాన్క్లేవ్ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ మేబీ కాకినాడలో ఇది ఫస్ట్ మీట్ ఇలాంటిది జరగడం ఐఎమ్ వెరీ మచ్ ఇంప్రెస్డ్ బై ద వాట్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ ద కాలేజ్ ఇస్ కండక్టింగ్ ఇలాంటిది ఒకటి international conclave was held in 2022 in the Jawaharlal Nehru University in New Delhi, where I participated in that program and I won the prize for socio-economic status of women in fishers community. And the women, అంటే మత్స్యకార మహిళలు ఏ బాధలు అయితే ఫేస్ చేస్తారో దాని గురించి ఒక PPT presentation ఇచ్చి in front of 800 women, what you say, achievers. So సో రియల్లీ అక్కడ కూడా వెళ్ళినప్పుడు కూడా ఐ ఫెల్ట్ వెరీ నర్వస్. మేబీ 800+ ఇక్కడ ఉమెన్ ఎఫిషియెంట్ లెక్చరర్స్ ఉన్నారు, ప్రొఫెసర్స్ ఉన్నారు, కాలేజ్ బీసీస్ ఉన్నారు. విల్ ఐ బి ఏబుల్ టు డూ దాట్ అంటే అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి ఒక నర్వస్నెస్ వచ్చింది. మేబీ అంటే మహిళలకు ఏంటంటే ఏదైనా టాస్క్ తీసుకునే ముందు నేను విన్ అవ్వాలి అని చెప్పి విమెన్ ముందుకు వస్తారు ఎప్పుడైనా సరే, అంతే కదండి. నేను ఇది సాధించగలను వస్తారు, పార్టిసిపేట్ చేయగలను కాదు. సో ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ యూ పార్టిసిపేట్ యు ఆర్ ఆల్రెడీ అ విన్నర్. నా ఉద్దేశంలో అదే. భయం వచ్చింది అంటే వీ కెనాట్ అచీవ్ ఇట్. సో ఆ భయం అన్నది నాలో కూడా ఎన్నో యాస్ ఉండాలి. ఏమో నేను చేయలేనేమో, ఏమో నేను మాట్లాడలేనేమో, ఏమో నేను ముందుకు రాలేనేమో, ఇలాంటివన్నీ అంటే చాలా థాట్స్. వెన్ దీస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ థాట్స్ గెట్ ఇన్ టు యువర్ మైండ్, మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే మనం ముందుకు వెళ్ళామన్నది మనమే డిసైడ్ చేసేసుకొని ఆగిపోతాం. కానీ వన్స్ లేదు నేను చేయగలను అని ఎప్పుడైతే ముందు స్టెప్ ఏదైతే ఫార్వర్డ్ వేస్తారో దట్ విల్ టేక్ యూ టు ద సక్సెస్. ఇవన్నీ మనం చూసాం. ఝాన్సీ లక్ష్మీబాయి చూసాము. ఓకే, ఫాట్ ఫర్ హర్. ఇది అంటే వాళ్ళు ప్రజల కోసం ఫైట్ చేస్తారు. అలాగే విమెన్ ప్రతి ఊర్లోని ప్రతి కుటుంబంలోని బికాస్ ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ఎఫిషియెంట్ లీడర్స్ తయారు చేసుకోలేమో వీ కెనాట్ బిల్డ్ అ ప్రాపర్ సొసైటీ. ప్రతి ఫ్యామిలీలో ఒక అమ్మాయి ఉన్నది అంటే షీఈస్ అ లీడర్ అండ్ షీ వాంట్ టు బికమ్ అ లీడర్. అది ప్రతి ఒక్కరి బాధ్యత. తను ఒక సక్సెస్ఫుల్ అమ్మాయి కావనివ్వండి, మహిళ కావనివ్వండి, తల్లి కావనివ్వండి, మనం అందరూ కూడా సపోర్ట్ చేయాలి. సో ఇలాంటి ఒక మంచి కాన్క్లేవ్ లో పార్టిసిపేట్ చేసినందుకు నాకు చాలా హ్యాపీగా ఉంది. ఐ వాంట్ ద కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ ఆఫ్ యువర్స్ and make this international conclave very successful. I'll be coming tomorrow also. I'll be coming tomorrow to be with you all for this program. Okay, thank you, Anurag. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your valuable insights. We have a five-side chat with our honorable MLC ma'am, and now we are going to felicitate our honorable MLC. I request all the women faculty to please come forward and felicitate our guest.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now we are going to felicitate our honorable guest, MLC Madam Padma Sri Garu. I request all the faculty and students, women faculty to join with us. Bujji Madam, Bhavani Garu, Inka. Yes, I request all the participants to give a big round of applause for being inspirational for the political leadership. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now, we are going to take a very small break for 10 minutes. Tea and biscuits are already, I hope they are offered to you. While having the high tea, we can have a break, and later we are having a talk by our Madam Kuljeet Kaur Garu. Former Secretary, All India Women Council, Kuljeet Kaur Madam is going to address after the tea break. And a parallel session is also being conducted in LCD Hall 1. That is a different type of session with another speaker. But I request all of you to be here to witness the session. Thank you.
Secretary sir has already told you, will be having two parallel sessions from now on. So this is the closing of the inaugural session. Will come to our formal sessions from technical sessions from now on. So the sessions will be conducted parallelly in LCD 1 and LCD 2. So this is LCD 2 and we'll be having a lecture delivered by Kuljeet Kaur ji, former secretary, All India Women's Conference. We have one more panel discussion in LCD 1. We'll have two guests, Professor Kamal Kumari Garu and Dr. Radha Madhuri from MSN campus. So I request all the participants to have a short break.
మా పిఆర్ కాలేజ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఇక్కడ ఉండండి. వెళ్ళకండి.
I request all of you to stay back. Madam, చూడండి రెండు సెక్షన్స్ సైమల్టేనియస్ గా అవుతున్నాయి కానీ ఇక్కడ ఉండే వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడే ఉంచండి. ఈ ఉమెన్ ఎంపవర్మెంట్ సెల్ మెంబర్స్ అందరూ నేను కోరుతున్నాను, ప్లీజ్ ఎక్కడ ఉన్న పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ ని ఇక్కడే ఉంచండి. ఈ సెషన్ ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ అయిపోతుంది.
డయాస్ మీదకి రారేంటి ఓపెన్ మీద ఆర్గనైజింగ్ సెక్రటరీ డయాస్
నేనే కదా వెళ్ళాను రెండు పెట్టి అన్నాను బాగా పైకి అన్నట్టు
Madam, that's all.
Okay. Okay. What's your answer? People? What's that? Hello? What is the total? ముట్టుగా వినిపిస్తుందా వినిపిస్తుందా చూడండి వస్తున్నట్ట చెప్తున్నారు బాగుంటుంది Achievement is over. Now, session is going to be started very soon. Please, I request all the participants, students, all faculty to occupy your seat. Last one, ఈ మన మధ్యలో నిల్చున్న అందరూ కూర్చొని ఇంకా సెషన్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం. ప్లీజ్ మీకు ఎవరు అడిగితే రూల్ చేయదు. మనం సీదా అందరూ that is after session. సార్ ఒకసారి చూడండి స్టూడెంట్స్ ని లోపలికి అందరినీ ఇన్వైట్ చేసి ఇంకా అటు ఇటు మూమెంట్ కొంచెం రెస్ట్రిక్ట్ చేయండి. ఈ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ కాన్క్లేవ్ లో మనము రిసోర్స్ పర్సన్స్ పిలిచాము. అలాగే పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ కూడా డిఫరెంట్ సెక్టార్స్ నుంచి ఉన్నారు. సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఇక్కడ ఫ్యాకల్టీ అకాడమిషియన్స్ ఉన్నారు, అలాగే డెలిగేట్స్ ఉన్నారు, ఎక్స్పర్ట్స్ ఉన్నారు, అండ్ నేషనల్ అండ్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ లెవెల్లో ఉమెన్ రైట్స్ కోసం ఫైట్ చేస్తున్నటువంటి యాక్టివిస్టులు ఉన్నారు, ఆర్టిస్టులు ఉన్నారు. ఇంతమంది సమక్షంలో మనం ఇది జరుపుకుంటున్నాం. ఇనాగరల్ సెషన్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్ గా ముగిసింది. Now, actual technical sessions అనేవి స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాము. ఈ ఫస్ట్ టెక్నికల్ సెషన్ ఆల్ ఇండియా ఉమెన్ కాన్ఫరెన్స్ నుంచి ఫార్మర్ సెక్రటరీగా వర్క్ చేసినటువంటి కుల్జీత్ కవర్ గారు ఈ టెక్నికల్ సెషన్ లో టాక్ 1 అనేది ఇవ్వబోతున్నారు. సో ఆ మేడం ని సభకు ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేయాల్సిందిగా మా స్టూడెంట్ పుష్పవల్లి. Yes, I welcome Pushpawali to introduce that becomes a student is going to introduce Madam Pulshit Kaur.
A very good morning to all. It is my great honor to introduce our guest today. Mrs. Pulshit Kaur Madam. Mrs. Pulshit Kaur Madam has worked passionately for the education, empowerment and rehabilitation of women for over 2 decades. He is an expert on post and serves on the internal complaint committees of several leading organizations, including Unique Identification Authority of India, Maulana Azad Medical College, DOPT, DOPPT, Ministry of Home Affairs and Doordarshan. She regularly conducts workshops on gender and has sensitized several thousand students, professionals and policymakers on the rights and safety of women. She thrice had the opportunity to present her suggestions on improving women's safety before the Parliamentary Committee of Home Affairs during COVID. She studied the issue of growing domestic violence and the impact on women's well-being and livelihood. She raised it at several national and international forums, including Commission on the Status of Women, a widely traveled person. She has addressed audience in Israel, New York, Moscow, and Kathmandu. She was invited to Paris by the French government to speak on India's legal reforms to enhance women's safety. A student of literature and current affairs, and a retired gazetted officer from Indian Railways. She has served as honorary vice president and also secretary general of All India Women Conference. Thank you all.
Welcome, madam.
Namaskaram to everyone once again. Namaskaram to everyone. I thank the authorities, the organizers of this college to invite me to participate in the International Conclave. So I would like to talk about, we have been talking as Madam has also said, that how many obstructions, how many barriers women have to face. We do come forward, we take leadership authorities also, we become district officers, we become politicians also, we become ministers, chief ministers. But what are the difficulties that women have to face at every step? At every step, the problems are there, but that doesn't mean that we have to stay away because of the problem. We can still come forward, we can break those barriers, we can break those glass ceilings and be successful in life and become the leaders also and can be the big achievers also. Next one. Next. Each woman finds a new trail where merit triumphs over gender bias is breaking the barrier. Any woman who rises in life, who follows a path where she makes some achievement because of her qualifications, because of her qualities, because of her education, and she covers the gender bias. She doesn't become the victim of gender bias. She is the one who is breaking the barriers. Now, every individual has freedom to pursue their passion. The growing trend signifies fundamental shift in the culture of Indian society. Now, as I said in the morning also, all of us, we have got the right to go further. Please don't talk. I feel very bad because if a person is speaking and you go on talking, that's a great insult to the speaker also. Even if you're not interested, do me a favor and listen to that. Maybe you like something from that, what I'm saying, because whatever I have prepared, I have come over here to say that is to motivate you, to inspire you, so that all of us can achieve something in life. So everybody has got the right to become something, to achieve something. We have got the internal passion. When we see so many women, successful women, we also want to achieve success in life. But in Indian society, there is a shift. There is a change. The women are coming forward, they are being successful. But the question rises over here. Is there any such statement about men also that there's a, we don't say that there's a change for men. We always talk about there's a change for women. Why do we talk about change in women's life? If men can lead normal life, similarly women can also. Because women, they have to put in an effort 3 times as compared to men if you want to achieve something. Even if you become an IS officer, even if you become a successful politician, there is always a comparison between men and women, and the woman has to work 3 times to prove her capability as compared to men. So that is a shift. Though we have come forward, there is a change in the society, but still women has to work a lot for that. But why? What are the problems? Why we women has to work so much? As man said in the morning, also we are multitask. At a time we can do 10 times. When we are standing in the kitchen also, we'll be taking care of the child also, we'll be cooking also, we'll be taking care of filling the filter also. So I remember I tell you one story. Once my father-in-law said that today is evening tea about my husband. His name was Ranveer Singh. He said today evening tea Ranveer will make. My husband said no problem, I'll go and make tea. What is there making tea? So he called me in the kitchen and he said, how to switch on the gas? You tell me. So I told him to take this lighter in one hand and put the regulator on, you will switch on the gas will come. So he took the lighter and he tried to touch the regulator. He said, I can't do both the things at a time. So he left the lighter over there and he said, you make the tea. Then when the tea came on the table, my father-in-law said, I know who has made the tea for it. So this is just one example from my life that multitasking. But we people, we don't even are conscious that how much work at a time we are doing. Even in our religious scripture also, Naam Devji, he's a big poet from Maharashtra. He says, imagine about the women. She puts her child in the on the bed and she is working here and there in the kitchen also, in the bedroom, everywhere, but her mind stays with the child. The moment child takes a turn or he or she is crying, she will come running. So that is multitasking. Our brain is also all the time doing so much of work. Our bodies also. So we are multitask. Despite that, we have to face barriers. So we talk about there are three parts of my speech, of my presentation rather. First is that what are the barriers? Second is that how we have broken the barriers. And third is what more is to be done so that we can achieve something in life, not something, too much in life. I mean, we should try to achieve much more than what we are capable of achieving. That's what I try to say. We have achieved a lot. The very fact we are sitting over here, we have done something, we have achieved something. So further also we have to go and make the achievement. The fact is that the life of a young girl is full of hurdles, barriers at every step from home to home. Even if the girl is born, before she is born, you have to go for PND test. If there is a daughter, that is about it. This is the problem girls are facing. It starts from the womb itself before the girl is born. But we have come a long way. There's a lot of change in our country. Now the girls are going to the schools and the colleges, and the parents say they have accepted the fact of the birth of their daughters also. But what is next then? Family attitude. So girls are now mostly in schools, but often highly qualified and professionally successful. She has to stay back due to pregnancy, household responsibilities, family attitude. So what is the family attitude? If there is any problem in the house, who has to stay back? If the problem is in the family, wife has to stay back. If the problem is in the family, the girl has to stay back. Something has happened, they will never ask the boy, आज तुम छुट्टी ले लो बेटे को बोलते हैं no, only the girl is asked to stay back. So that's why even if you are highly qualified, there are certain natural restrictions also when you want to bear a child, when you're pregnant. Most of the time you stay back because my child is sick, because the elderly are sick in the family, the guests have come, something is there in the family, and the girls have to take leave from their work also, leave from the college, also from the school also. So they are the ones who become the victim for that. So what is the attitude in the family? If the boy and the girl, both of them, they have to be sent for the higher studies. They'll always tell the girl, enough is enough. You have made enough achievement. You stay back. Let the brother go. So that is the family attitude. The boy is always the first priority. And maybe I remember there was a family in railways only. So the girl qualified medical entrance exam and her brother didn't qualify, he failed. So when I congratulated that girl, I said, Anshu, you have done such so well. She said, Auntie, but I don't know whether I'll be permitted to go to the college unless my brother also qualifies the written exam. So that's the barrier we have to face at every step. She's intelligent. She's qualified and she has achieved that, but there is still a barrier that whether she is going to pursue her studies further or not. And then any calamity in the family. If there's a cyclone, if there's a tufan, if there's a death, if there's a shortage, any problem is there, the girl has to stay back and look after the family. So any calamity, women gender role has the obligation to attend to the needs of the children, elderly is sick, and manage the household responsibilities without acknowledge the compensation. What happens? From morning till night, she gets up, she's the first one to get up and last one to go to the bed. But do we give her any recognition? Anytime anything is there, the women of the house is condemned. She doesn't know anything. Why? Because she doesn't have any knowledge about politics. She doesn't have any knowledge about finance. This is the way we treat her. No financial compensation, no that way respect, but she is the person who is taking the complete responsibility of the family also, of the sick also, of the elderly also, of the household also, managing the house also, making the budget also, organizing the family functions also. At every step, it is the women who has taken the responsibility. Do you agree with that? Yes. Raise your hands, those who agree with me. Yes, people at the end, they don't agree with me. Okay? Okay, at the end, you are not able to listen to me, then why don't you stand and say you can't listen? Girls, last row, last 4-5 rows, can you listen what I am saying? Yes or no? This also you don't listen. Do you listen what I am saying? Girls in the back.
Last few girls. Please raise your hand. If it is audible. Raise your hand or not. Vinisunda? No? Yes. This side, yes? Are you in front of it?
They can't hear. That they raise their hand. Is it okay? Shall we continue? Girls, last row. Do you listen what I'm saying? What I'm saying, Telugu, do you understand? Almaida. Listen, they don't understand. Okay, let's come back to this. Next. My husband kept like that. Okay, because when I speak, I forget about the mic. Okay. Now, first one, the family hurdle. Second is institutional hurdle. You are very lucky that you are in this college. Girls in the villages, rural areas, marginalized girls from low community, as they say, they don't have such facilities of institutions. Institution policy didn't encourage women participation and they had to struggle for many years. Till late, there were hardly any respectable institution for girls' education. She had to stay back the moment she has attained puberty. The moment she becomes, what do you say in Telugu? The moment she attains puberty, she becomes later a teenager. She is not permitted to go to the school. Why she is not permitted? Because we don't have good toilets in the schools. And further to, for the higher studies, we don't have good libraries in girls' schools. No? They are changing the scenes at the library. Is it okay? Some problems are there.
Madam, check చేయండి వెనక అందరికి వినిపిస్తుందా లేదా? ఓకే మేడం, ఓకే మేడం.
Oh, it's okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hello. Is it okay now? Yeah. Is this okay? Raise your hands. Yeah. Good. There is energy now. Now that energy comes to me also. Only that I can speak. So I was talking about the family responsibilities, that how family is the first hurdle in the life of a girl to become a leader, to achieve according to her dreams. Second is institutional hurdles. We got very few higher education institutions for the girls. It is only recently that in IITs the seats for the girls' education have been increased. There are no sufficient toilets in the school. There are no good libraries to pursue the studies. There are not good laboratories in the schools. Now, of course, after this government has come, they have taken care that we should have sufficient toilets for the schools, for the girls in the schools also. and at other places also. Next, please. Balancing. Now, what is the problem? What happens to the women when she comes to work, when she comes to study? She has to balance the life. Balance a life between workplace also and balance the life to take care of the household responsibilities also. That balancing act is very difficult for her. If she says, yesterday also we were talking that people say, even I have heard these things, that working women, they don't have any problems. They just wear lovely saris every day, get dressed up and go to the office. Ask the working women. Early morning, she has to fulfill the household responsibility. The family expects that she has to do all the duties. When she goes to the office people expect that she has to complete all the duties. And she gets the remarks from everywhere. Family will say, oh, she's always busy and working for the office. And the office people will say she's always in a hurry to run home. So that poor lady, she's working from morning till night, but she is getting in return all such dirty remarks, isn't it? Don't say now we don't want to go. We have to go. Still we have to continue. We should develop the capacity to bear all these remarks, to bear all this criticism if we have to move forward. That is your intention, that should be your perception. Even if people are चलते रहो अकेला चलो ये in Bengali Rabindranath Tagore said, if there is nobody to support you, but if you have a passion, if you have a target, if you have to focus, even if you have to move alone, move ahead. So even the women have to face the problem how to balance the household responsibility and the office responsibility or workplace responsibility. That doesn't mean that sit at home and relax. Chalte chalo, and you will definitely find a way, and you will get the internal satisfaction of being a successful person in life, an achiever in life. And that's what we have to do. We have to become achievers, isn't it? Today, what is there? What is the topic today? Wings. We have to spread our wings. We have to close the wings like that. We don't have to live like that. We have to live like this. How we have to live? Raise your arms and spread your wings. Spread your wings. How we are going to spread the wings? Wow, it looks so beautiful. It looks so beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now the next problem. So I've just given the example. You can read also. Can you read what I've written? You can read also. Okay, I'll read it out. The challenge is to balance professional aspirations with family responsibilities. Societal expectations dictate women's priorities. At times, they have to sacrifice higher positions to fulfill family responsibility. So many times the girls have to resign to leave the job to take care of the elderly in the family. But still there is no recognition. They are made the prisoners of love. You understand what is prisoners of love? Because you love your parents, you love your family, so that makes you prisoner of that love. You make the sacrifices and you stay at home to take care of the family. Give their jobs to take care of families but were unable to hire. During COVID also, as I said, that I made a study during COVID that what was the condition of the working women, because most of the time they had to work from home. So when they were working from those ladies, they said that children also think their minds at home and they expect fresh food. The in-laws also think that the daughter-in-law is at home, she has to go to the kitchen, and the boss sitting in the office, he also expects that all the time she has to stay in front of the laptop. So that was her condition. She was divided between children, in-laws, family, and her workplace. That was her condition. So it's better to get ready, come to the office, and forget about the family. So many girls, they had to leave the job during COVID, and after COVID, it was very difficult to again integrate into the workforce. That's all the women have to sacrifice. There was one Nandita Das video also, that she is sitting in a home working, her husband is working in the next room. So the bell rings and she has to get up and open the door and the person comes. Then after 10 minutes, the child stands on the On the children they play, no, that, and anyway, he comes running and he says that today I want hot food. How much time you are going to take? Get me some coffee. Get me some coffee. So she gets up and makes the coffee for the child also. At the same time, in the office, they are showing her some report and they say, "Madam, please see if the report is okay. If the report is okay." She says, "Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute." And again the bell rings. Then the husband says, "Who is there?" She says, "You are also in the house. Go and open the door." What is empowerment? That you go on being controlled by them, but somewhere you have to raise the voice to show that I am also there, I'm also a normal human being. You also have some responsibility. So that was the lovely video. Nandita Das, she made that video. So next is economic equality. So what happens economically? Unequal pay. The women are not given the salary, same salary when they're working at the construction site, unorganized sector. They don't get the same pay, same salary as the men are getting. This can be, and there's the beliefs also, women cannot do finance. Women cannot teach mathematics. So mathematics, the professor is there, I told her in the morning, that it's a very tough job to teach mathematics. So, and then pregnant women, they are not very efficient. Married women, they are always thinking about the family, they are not efficient. And in most of the corporate offices, they have stopped giving jobs to the ladies because they say they get married, they become pregnant, and they go on leave. As to the men, they don't go on leave. So these are the inequalities the women are facing at every step. At every step. You don't get the proper salary also, you don't get the respect, you don't get the recognition. And on top of that, when you get married, it's a family. Husband's responsibility also. They are not getting jobs, she will go on leave, she'll take maternity leave, and after that she'll take child care leave. We are not going to appoint women. So these are the disparities, and now it was access to final resources like limited property rights. Now low budget. So the government also, the gender budget is very low. And despite being low budget, they always try to devote the budget. For example, for Nirbhay, they had allotted crores of money, but where they are using that money? For placing the CCTV cameras and all. CCTV cameras, of course, it's okay, but that is not you taking care of women. Women, when they are raped, when they face a crime, when they face harassment, they need medical help at that time, they need mental help at that time, they need the other things also to take care of themselves. So spend the money on those things, on their counseling, but instead of that, they are spending money on placing CCTV. So women is always the last priority, whether it's a family, society, or politicians, or the country. Next, please. Politically also, what's the condition? Women have been excluded from public political domain under the patriarchal belief that only male members have the prerogative to be earning members and outgoing. Because in the olden times, what used to happen, women used to stay at home, the men will go out for hunting. So the belief continues that man has to go out for earning and women has to take care of the house. That is divided. But if the woman wants to go out and does the hunting, she is not permitted for that. So that is a disparity. Even for political also, if you want to become, when this new party had come, some people they asked me, Kujiji, why don't you join this party? I said, my family will say, oh, this is not for women, respectable women don't join the politics. Why you not maintain and your integrity and dignity within politics also? But these are the far-fetched beliefs we are carrying from the very beginning. Women cannot, that's what I said in the morning, when Indira Gandhi came in politics, they said, ye to gungi gudiya hai. She's a dumb doll. That's the how they treat. They think that women is unfit. But Margaret Thatcher, Benazir Bhutto, Indira Gandhi, how many examples? In New Zealand during the COVID, the lady president, she was the most successful officer in containing COVID in her country. So, my goodness, I'll come further to that also. Next, please. Lack of mentorship. Now, whenever you want to become something, there should be somebody to motivate you. You should have a role model. But women have suffered because of that, because men are always there in the front and women are not there as role models. So in isolation, women have been working, whatever they have achieved, that is without motivation, without role model, because it's always the man who comes forward, who becomes leader, who becomes president, and who becomes the corporate officer also. And what happens? What happens to the wrestlers also? And you are aware about the Hema Commission in Malayalam film industry, what happened? You have read that. And what happens to the Bollywood actress also? Me Too, if you are aware what happened in Me Too, how many women came forward? They are also being sexually harassed at the workplace. Next, please. Yes, this is the most important part. Gender violence. Violence is everywhere. As I said in the beginning, before the girl is born, there's a violence. Till she dies, there's a violence. Everywhere. And there was a study, 52% women, they themselves said, oh, there's nothing wrong if my husband hits me, because he loves me also. I mean, that type of mentality we have to change. Why not that so true? What right does he have? I tell you, my maid used to cry that my husband hits me. Then I told her one day, I said, when he hits you, catch hold of her arm and give him back one. She said, oh, auntie, how can I do that? I said, you have to do that. Then what she didn't hit him back. She lifted a stick, big stick, and she said, come, I'll tell you how it pains, how it hurts. She said, she came and told me, and now she said, until from that day onwards, he has never raised hand on me. So this is how we have to start from the grassroots. Teach them. When they come and say, oh, today, our eyes are swollen, and she's hit in the head or in the back and say, I used to feel very bad. Then she used to threaten her husband. I'll give a call to my man and auntie will report the matter to the police. And then he will withdraw. But again, next day, from the day she has lifted that stick and said, come, I'll tell you what pains. So it has stopped. But gender violence is the one which kills the woman. Physically also, psychologically also, emotionally also. Because we people, we human beings, we live on what? On self-respect. And when there is no self-respect, then what happens? जैसे हिंदी में से ना अपनी नजरों से गिर जाते हैं. You can't respect yourself because somebody is there who is controlling your body and controlling your life and hitting you. Isn't it? So many times your parents have never touched you, your parents have never hit you. But the day you get married, after a few days, the husband will start hitting you. It's a gender violence. That violence is everywhere. But the most important is that violence at workplace. When the women, they come to the colleges, to the offices, this is, I tell you, so prevalent sexual harassment at workplace. Women, they suffer very heavily when they come out to work. And at times, recently, we had a case and that girl said, why you have reported the matter so late? He said, because I am working on contract basis. If I make a complaint against my boss, next time I am not going to get the extension and I need the job very badly. So that's why you have to be very strong. For sexual harassment, I mean, I can give the separate presentation on that. Speak out. Not silence. The very day, because women have got the sixth sense to understand that this is not good. This touch is not good. The day you feel that somebody at your workplace is trying to sexually exploit you, sexually harass you, raise your voice. Even in the family also, if somebody tries to sexually harass you, that is also extreme type of violence when you are not permitted to live with respect. We always say, there's a stigma if I raise my voice. We have to do away. We have to finish that stigma. We have to cross over that stigma because nobody has got the right to tell us to stay home and don't come to the office. Nobody has got the right to take away our respect. This body is mine and nobody has got the right to touch it without my permission. Nobody has got the right. So how do they start? When you join a job, oh, how are you feeling? Is it okay? Anytime, any problem, come to me. And you feel so good that that man is offering and help and all. Next time we'll get, oh, it's fine. Even then you keep quiet. Third time, you know, everything good. Huh? Even then you remain quiet, but you feel uncomfortable. So, very inside anything is that sure I come to pretty getting there. That's all. Yes, yes, okay, come no. You come to the office, the main purpose is to work only, be professional. Even if he says, I'm like your father, no. There are no fathers, no brothers, only men and women. So be very careful. That is so many times. Recently, one girl, she called me up that I'm being badly harassed in the office. I said, you talk to the, because I was a member of the internal complaints committee. I said, you talk to the chairperson of the committee. She said, ma'am, I have left the job. I couldn't continue any further. So this is the tragedy for the women. They have to kill themselves. I'll say kill themselves the day you withdraw yourself from the job which you require, which you deserve also, you're capable of. Okay? So she suffers violence extensively. Now what happens if the judiciary is not with us? The conviction rate for violence cases is very low. So these things, what I have talked about, that respect, mental satisfaction, emotional satisfaction, right to work, right to pursue your studies, right to pursue your professional, these are the elementary and fundamental requirements. Otherwise, we are failing half of humanity from enjoying their human rights of equality, liberty, and freedom. All of us, we are equal in the eyes of law. All of us, as per our constitution, we have got the right to equality, no discrimination, right to speech, right to profession. If we are not given the right in the equal form, this means 50% of your population, they are suffering because of this violence and because of this ill treatment. Next. Now, there are women who have built bridges, who have crossed the barriers also. They have shown their worth also. I'll now talk about those women. We shouldn't get disheartened as long as women are focused on the target. As I said, you should be focused. If you want to study, focus on your study. If you want to work, focus on your resilience. Because that target should be there in front of you, that what I have to become. Morning that Lady Bhavna also said that her target was to become something. And she achieved it. If the target is there and you're serious about that, then nothing on this earth can stop you from achieving what you want to, what you believe on. So, women from ages have overcome barriers and broken the glass ceiling. History is full of such examples. So, I'll talk about a slave woman from America. She lost her 13 children. They were taken away to make them slaves. So, when the Civil War was there in America, she came forward and she raised her voice. She said, aren't I a woman? Am I not also a human being? Why are you treating me like a slave? So she gave these various speeches and she brought the women forward. And she raised her voice against the ill treatment of her children or ill treatment against the blacks. Yes. I want to say that names of the women. So banner, conclave, is that banner? That all the photographs were there, no? Muri's photograph was there, and then Murthy's set of photograph was there. So many photographs were there. Those are the examples of those women, those who have broken the next. Strong women. You have heard the name of Benazir Bhutto from Pakistan, Indira Gandhi from India, Margaret Thatcher from England, Bandhai Naik from Sri Lanka. All connected by their gender became the heads of states in their respective countries and proved their ability and resilience. Benazir Bhutto, she did a wonderful job for the marginalized women. for the distressed women, for the downtrodden women. And Indira Gandhi, all of us, we know that how she brought laurels to her country by winning war against Pakistan and made Bangladesh at that time. So the Margaret Thatcher, we know that she was also called the Iron Lady of England. Even the Queen of England used to tremble in front of Margaret Thatcher. On New Year Day 24, a flight with all women crew completed landmark journey. There was, you must have read in the paper also, all the crew, the whole crew was full of only women and they flew successfully. Women have proved their worth whenever they get the opportunity in defense services. Till recently, women were not permitted to join army. But now they have been permitted, and what they are doing? They are now they are becoming the commanding officers, commanding the full regiments also. And last Republic Day, they played the role of women daredevils. You know what is women daredevils? One on one motorcycle, there are 10 people, 20 people, and they drive the motorbike. So they drove the motorbike last year on Republic Day. This time also, Agniveer ladies, they are going to give the presentation on Republic Day. And next. There is a transition to recognize women power, which has been proved by increasing the seats for girls in IIT recently this year. Not that they have reserved the seats, they have increased the seats for the girls in the IIT Roorkee, and Roorkee saw a 76% jump in women enrollment from 1920 to 23-24. Same is the case with other IITs also. In medical, of course, women 100, men 100. But in IITs, there was little bit down that girls were not as many as the boys are. But now there is a speedy recovery in these IITs also. Women have proved their worth by participating in the enactment of laws. The leaders of ARWC have actively contributed to curb social evils like sati, child marriage through legislation. So our presidents, our past presidents of All India Women's Conference, they were so active. If you read their lives, you get such inspiration. During that time, they raised their voice against sati, against child marriage, and got the law made by the government to finish sati and to do away with child marriage. In 2013, we passed the Act POSH Act, Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace. So at that time, I was working with ARWC. I represented ARWC in the Rajya Sabha Parliamentary Committee, and they discussed the whole act that this is what we are going to do, and your contribution to that. So we participated in the passing of POSH Act also in 2013. So these women from All India Women's Conference have come forward and they have worked for the social upliftment of women at every stage. Next. Even in yes, when we talk about making of constitution, you can see the photograph of the Constituent Assembly. I think you should go to Delhi and there is a Pradhan Mantri Sangrah. You must visit that place. The moment you enter in the reception, there is a huge full-size photograph of all the members of Constituent Assembly. And in the front two rows, 12 women are sitting. Out of 12 women, 10 women belong to ARWC. Give up your hand. All of you. Rajkumari Amrit is there. Sarojini Naidu is there. All these ladies are there in the photograph. You must go and see that. I've got a photograph in my mobile also. And then I tell you that there was one ARWC president, Hansa Mehta. She went to United Nations to attend a meeting, ILO, International Labour Organization. These are interesting stories. They were talking about human rights. So as they are used to, all of them, they were saying that all men have got the equal rights. Men and women got the equal rights. So she stood up. She said, why did you say men's rights, all is human rights? And the United Nations had to agree to that. Give me a big hand again. And that's how the word human rights was coined by the president of ARWC, whose name was Hansa Mehta. So we are proud of that. Yes, next I'll talk about Rajkumari Amrit. She was also President AWC, and she was the only woman minister in the cabinet of Jawaharlal Nehru after independence. Imagine All India Medical Institute in Delhi, which is international achievement of India. That was her idea. And when she talked about that in the cabinet, that I want something like that research institute, people laughed a bit because that time India had there was no, we were very poor, we had hardly any money. And everybody laughed that we don't have money. How you are going to establish such a big research institute? She said, don't worry, money is my problem. She arranged the funding and now All India Medical Institution is in front of your eyes. Of course, not very many, but that was the first one and it was Rajkumari Amrit Kaur's idea. She was a princess who left her home, Kapurthala, and she stayed with Mahatma Gandhi when Mahatma Gandhi was almost staying in the jhugis, cleaning and washing their own toilets also, and she did all that. When she met Mahatma Gandhi said, no, you are a princess, it's very difficult for you to do all these things. She said, no, Mahatma ji, I have come prepared for that, and she did everything. And she had a house in Missouri. When she saw that nurses and doctors, they work so hard, but they hardly get any relaxation, she donated her big Bangalore, Missouri to the doctors and nurses. And now doctors and nurses, they go on leave and they stay over there. So this is the history of All India Women's Conference. We are 97 years old. We are about to complete our century. So, but these are the women we take pride. Not only these four, I'll talk about others also now. These are some examples of women who broke barriers, had far-reaching impact on the national and upliftment of society. Women are the most important part of society and increasingly important in nation building. So all these women, they have contributed in the building of their freedom fighters also, their poets also, their writers also. Sarojini Naidu was also present. She was also poetess. She was also a freedom fighter. And then when given the opportunity, they have achieved unprecedented success. Be it sports, politics, defense, anywhere. We talk of any field, and women are there. They are poets also, they are writers also, they are directors also, they are singers also, they are athletes also, they are politicians also, and they are in defense services, they are airlines, and everywhere they have proved to be very successful. Is it okay or not? Do you agree with that? Women are successful or not? Raise your hand if you agree with me. Yes, now the girls at the end can give me, I'm very sure. Very good, very good. Next, please. This one. I the examples I want to take. Go to the previous one. Previous to that. Previous one. The next. Because I had talked about our presidents, those who got Padma Vibhushan. Sarojini Vardhapan from the south and from Maharashtra, Shobha Ranade. They were the recipients of Padma Vibhushan because of their contribution for the upliftment of society. That's what I had included. I know where that has gone. There is this. So anyway, yeah. And yes. AWC President Shobna Ranade, Sarojini Vardhapan are the recipients of Padma Bhushan, not Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, even above that, no, due to their contribution to society. Give them a big hand, please. It's very rare that the women they get Padma Vibhushan. So they are present. So don't you feel we should be proud of our AIWC? Isn't it? I mean, such achievers are there. I have just talked about few people. If I start talking about others also, then there's no limit. All are achievers. All are achievers. Manmati is sitting over there, Meenakshi is there, Padmamani is there. All achievers. All of them, they're doing such a big work for the society. Anyway, let's go to next. So now, what are the steps to be taken to break those barriers? If we aspire for a world where women can access every opportunity and find a seat at every table, fundamental inclusion is success. Inclusion means all are to be treated equal and to encourage women to feel bigger than what they think they are capable of. Encourage the women. If she thinks that I can achieve 10%, make her achieve 20%. If she thinks she can achieve 50%, make her achieve 75%. Encourage them, give them confidence, bring them out, and let them be the achievers. That is our job, to motivate them, to bring them out. Societal justice, break gender discrimination. Discrimination between men and women, that has to be finished. Women have shown that they can conquer physical value. As I said, they say, women cannot handle finance. Women are the weaker sex. But you see that I have given example very common. 6 times world chief, and then this missionary Paul climbed the Everest also. So how can you say that physically they are weak? Do you think women are physically weak? No. Those who agree with me, please raise your hand. Do you think women are weaker than men? No. Raise your hand and say no. Not only you have to say no. Also no. We are stronger than men. Isn't it? It's an example of lighting the lamp. Yes, no in the morning. Just now in the morning. So, women are the achievers. Girls must be welcomed and treated equal when they are born and brought up like boys. First is you must encourage them, tell them there are no barriers, you have to break the ceiling. Love your girls, let them come, let them be born, give them education, give them the feeling of achievement. Girls are always there to help you, my dear. It's the only daughter who loves the parents, not that the sons don't. But girls always express that they love their parents. So if your daughters love you so much, why can't you love your daughters? Shall we learn to love our daughters? Shall we love our daughters or not? Yes, because we are daughters, we expect that love from our parents. And parents must love their daughters as they love their sons, rather more than that. Personal growth and personality development must be brought out by finishing discrimination through education and skill development. Make them professionally capable. Give them skill development. Train them whatever areas they want to be trained, whether it's education, technology, they want to become doctors, engineers, teachers, professors, scientists, pilots, whatever they want to become, encourage them, make them achieve whatever their dream is. Only then we'll have the gender equality. Okay? We need good education institutions also. Empower women in breaking the family barrier and give them courage to challenge patriarchal mindset. How can we do that? Let the family, let the elders, let the men of the house, let the boys of the house share the responsibility. Don't think that all the household responsibilities on the shoulder of the women. So reduce it, redistribute it, and bring them out from that wisdom. Leave no one behind. Take everybody along with. We are there in this college. We are privileged class, but there are girls like you who don't get the opportunity to come forward. Take care about them also. Motivate them also. How can you motivate? Reduce, redistribute, and this of course I have done. Next. Please change the slide. Yeah. Fostering connection by creating network of women who support, mentor, and uplift each other, recognize and address the different experiences and challenges faced by women and how they overcome the hurdles. So women, as I've given the examples from ARWC, that how they came forward, they participated in the legislation, they got the Padma Vibhushan, they went to UNO, they talked about human rights. So we should share such stories with others. What will happen? We will get motivated, we will get inspired that if Surely was open get can Padma Vibhushan, why can't I also get it? So of course I am very grown old, very old, but this is for you people. Come forward, work hard, and be the receiver of such good law. Empowering women in leadership and decision making. Celebrate women's achievement. We should celebrate. When such women's birthday is there, we should have parties. Don't only celebrate Diwali and the Sharas and Holis and all. Talk about these women, those the big achievers, so that the young generation, the coming generation can also be inspired. Celebrate their birthdays, talk about their achievements, talk what they have done, what did they gain in life, how they got lost in life, how they broke the barriers also. Contribute to society and motivate the youngsters and say, here are the women who broke barriers and stereotypes. So this is very important that we celebrate the achievements of the women achievers so that they can motivate the youngsters also, so that we can create a beautiful nation for all of us where there is no disparity, no discrimination, no inequality, and girls don't have to cry hiding their face in the bedsheet. Isn't it? When the parents don't listen to you, what do you do? You go to your bed, hide your face and start crying because you think you are not able even for the freedom to cry also. Am I right? Isn't it? Whenever some problem is there, you go to your room and you start crying. You can't cry also openly because you will be rebuked for that also. Recently, we had that interaction session in the universities. You know what the girls they said? They said the boys, they harass us, they tease us, they stalk us, but we don't go and tell our mother because then our mother will stop her going to the colleges and to the academics. This is the problem. Instead of, because when I was studying, one day evening class, I came from the school and one boy, he said, today why you are so late? And I got so upset. I went home and I told my mother. My mother, she came out and she went to that house. The one your son is late. This is the way mothers have to behave. Here the mother will say, if you are getting the stalking and harassment, stay back. You don't have to go. Kya karna kama ke? This is enough. Nothing further. That's the time to say nothing more. You have done 10th, you have done 12th, now just stay back. If the boys are troubling you. So you should learn how to face such harassment. What is the solution? Be brave, be bold, speak out, take the silence, develop the confidence. Only then you will be able to achieve something in life. If you get scared and hide yourself, then throughout the life you will get the cover of it. First from the parents, then from the husband, then from the in-laws, then from the officers. Okay? So develop that habit and confidence. People may say that this madam is only for daughters, but this is the way girls should live. Isn't it? And we should teach our boys also how to accept no. What is the word of consent? The parents, those mothers sitting over here, how to bring up your boy. I always say it's not beti bachao, it's a beta sikhao. अब बेटे को भी सिखाओ that how you have to treat the girls. And in the house, that is the study, I'm not saying that, the house where the fathers are violent, there the sons are also going to be violent. So in your house, if your father or your husband is violent, don't accept and don't tolerate. Once I was giving this lecture in home ministry, no? So one man, he stood up after the, he must be 45 or something. He said, madam, I promise you today, from today onwards, I'm not going to trouble my wife at all. Tea is cold. You can say, get me another cup. The tea is cold. Or if there is less salt in the vegetable, you can say, get me some more salt. Instead of, you throw the plate. I said, what is this nonsense? Why we are treating that? Even if the servants are there, even though they also, don't accept this type of disrespect. Private schools, you are giving them total respect, but to the wife, you just throw away the plate, throw away the cup. He stood up. I mean, I appreciate his courage. There were about 50 people in that room, all grown up because they were the staff of the government. And he said, Madam, I promise. From today on, I promise. If I can improve 1%, I will achieve that goal. These are the values. Let's break the. So now, next little bit is please bear with me. Engage men and boys, saying that train the boys also. Let them learn what is consent and what is rejection. So only then we can have that inclusive society. A study at the University of Maryland has indicated that one area where women are let down is economic opportunity. Now we have increased seats in IITs, but when they come out of the IITs, they must have the proper vacancies and jobs also. Only taking certificate and sitting home is not going to empower you. Government must create the jobs also so that ladies, if the seats are increased, if they come forward of the institutions, the jobs also must be ready for them. That's what Maryland University said, that we have increased the seats for girls at IITs, but it is time to ensure gender policies, mentorship, culture of inclusivity, so that they realize their potential and fulfill it. Let's break the glass ceiling. Let equality prevail and build unity. Is it okay? Young girls are also human beings. That's what I want to say. As the boys want to run freely without thinking about their clothes and all, girls also want to, like boys, run, allow the breeze to hit their faces and have dirt in their hair. They also want to play like boys, no? But we always keep them inside. No. Girls are not supposed to. Girls are not. Where is the freedom for them? Where is the legislation for them? At every step, you don't have to talk like that. You don't have to walk like that. You don't have to go there. You don't have to do that. Don't. There is no yes. All the time. Don't go in the dark. Don't go in these short clothes. Why did you wear that? So once I told in Ames, I had this workshop. I said, you said that girls wear short clothes, that's why they're raped. I said, you have to go out in your half pants and your knickers. I have never heard any girl raping of a boy. Have you ever heard of that? Even the girls say about sexual desire. They don't. I mean, cross the limit and rape the boys. You're also going in the half pants. Why do you say that women are in short skirts? That's why the men are in that. So this type of restrictions and mindset, we have to change our thoughts. The moment we change our thoughts, we are also, the ladies are also like that. It's not men. We are also like that. We are the one who are putting restriction on the daughters. We are the one who are putting restrictions on the daughters-in-law. We are the one who show our shock when the daughter says something or achieves something instead of encouraging her or appreciating her. So we have to change our attitude. We have to change our intention, our thinking also. Treat them like boys or better than boys because they are going to take care of them. I'm not against boys. So in the symphony of life, what is life? Life is the music, the way you handle it. If you want to sing, you can sing. If you don't want to sing, you can throw stones also. So in this symphony of life, in the music of life, in the beauty of life, let every woman's voice heard. No shared one should be left behind. Treat everyone equal. That is my message. Next slide is the last one. Wake up and spread happiness. That's all. And don't accept any injustice. Speak out for that. Be happy and spread happy. That's all. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam. I hope all the participants have enjoyed a wonderful session. and occasionally you are giving a very good huge response to the punch dialogues and all the arguments Madam has shared with you. So that kind of response we expect from the participants, and I hope Madam has enlightened on different issues related to women. So that's a wonderful session. Now I request some of the participants to interact on the session and to give their feedback. And I request any participant, faculty or students, and from others, you can come forward and interact regarding this session. So thank you very much. Madam Mastara, Swarna garu.
Madam, your interaction is really super, and we are seeing another woman. And whatever actually you have shared, and really that is true. But one objection from me, that is in regard to the, health or the body structure and all. Especially you see in regard to the maternal things and all, women become somewhat weak after 40s or after late 35s and all. So if really they want to be on par with men in regard to that aspect, so they also require some kind of health awareness. Then they can, solve that, overcome the challenge, I think. What is your opinion? I'm Swarnasri, madam. Dr. Y. Swarnasri.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't include that health. I should have included. But I tell you, in ARWC, we have got programs on health. We conduct programs on anemia. We conduct programs on thalassemia. We conduct programs on cervical cancer so that women should remain healthy. I have just concentrated because my topic was build bridges and break barriers. Had I covered all those things, my presentation would have become very lengthy. Even now, I think I've taken too much of time. I didn't see the time. I just now saw the watch. So that's right. Otherwise, you're very right. Health is very important. The women, when they are taking care of their emotional side and financial side, economic side, they should be careful about their health also. Any other questions? Good afternoon, madam. I am Dr. Shiva Reddy from Government Polytechnic for Women, Kakinada. Yes, madam. You told everything is very nice and very true. And we enjoyed the AWC hardships at our college. Our Bhanumati madam and Padmavani madam and Meenakshi madam done very well, and they acted as all parents of my students, and they helped us in giving sanitary pads for our students for a period of 3 years through ONGC. So in the aspect of health conditions, our AAWC helped a lot to our students. Thank you a lot, madam. Thanks for your good message. Because everybody cannot get Padma Vibhushan. There is a poem by poet Coleridge that they also share those who stand and stare. So people like Bhanumati ji, Padmavani, Meenakshi ji, so they are not getting Padma Vibhushan, but the satisfaction they get. And today the appreciation, that is more than Padma Vibhushan. Thank you so much. Yes, clarification question, please. Yes. Not asking, madam. I agree with each and every aspect of your presentation. And also, women like us have to work with the community to change the social norms. As actually, women are the ones with whom we have to deal. Already we are empowering girls continuously,
but we have left back the boys. If we want a healthy society, we have to teach boys how to deal with empowered women. That is the major problem the society is facing now. In whatever relationships it may be, in marriages, the problems the girls are facing is they are empowered and they are not accepting the traditional roles of men, and that is because they have started questioning. So that is becoming problem for men to accept. So now we have to teach our boys how to deal with the empowered women. So we have to work on that, I think. And you have given us inspiration to join in your organization. Actually, we are working with Vanamati madam since last 20 years. And also, actually, what we thought is after retiring, only we can spare and spend our time with them. So thank you very much for coming over there to hear and inspiring us and motivating us. Thank you.
For boys, no, there is one article every fortnight in the Indian Express. How to bring up your boy. When the first article, the heading was the father says, how to tell my boy when he says, why it is man's way. So boys have to be told that what is the reality, what is ground reality, how they have to behave, why they shouldn't be aggressive. Yesterday I was just saying that because mothers always say, don't cry. Man ko dard nahi hota. Why boys should cry? Only girls can cry. But the boys do have emotions. I gave the example Sahib Ibrahimi, Gulzar Saab. They got emotions. That's why they're writing poetry. So when you don't let them cry, when you don't let them express themselves, they suppress their feelings, they crush their feelings, and their feelings come in a form of aggression. So we should try to understand the boys, give them the same love and understanding as you're giving to your girls. This is how you have to teach your boys. Isn't it? Thank you. Excellent.
Even in classrooms also, ma'am, many boys I have heard, they are questioning. Generally in schools or colleges, they think that boys are doing naughty things and they let away girls. And girls are not given punishment, but boys are given punishment. So they start questioning, why are the teachers only punishing us when girls also did the same thing?
No, but you shouldn't have that disparity.
Yes.
Very important. If the boys do wrong, you punish them, and the girls are wrong, punish them.
Yes,
So Bhanavati, you want to say something?
Nothing, madam, because I have to leave now. I will be back here. మేము కూడా చాలా కష్టపడి వచ్చాము 2 అంతస్తులకి పైకి. అంత కష్టపడి వచ్చాము. But now, sorry for disturbing the meeting. Yes, I have to leave. చెప్పాను సరే, women empowerment ఇవాళ నా మ్యారేజ్ డే. My husband is waiting for lunch. Happy women empowerment. I get
ఇంతమంది మీరందరూ చిన్నపిల్లలు, మేము పెద్దవాళ్ళం. మేడం ఇందాక చెప్పారు 70s, 70s అని కమిషనర్ మేడం చెప్పినట్టు. ఈసారి మనందరం కలిసి ప్రిన్సిపల్ గారిని, ఇక్కడ ఉన్న అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ ని అడిగేది ఏమిటంటే, ప్రొవైడ్ లిఫ్ట్. ఎందుకంటే ఎక్సలెంట్ పర్పస్ కాలేజ్ ఇస్తారు కదా, అది అడగమని చిన్న సలహా అన్నమాట. రేపు పొద్దున మళ్ళీ మీరు పెద్దవాళ్ళే ఎక్కడానికి కష్టపడకండి. ఓకేనా? థ్యాంక్ యూ.
అలాగేనండి మేడం, అలా డెఫినెట్ గా మేడం, డెఫినెట్ నిజమేనండి. బాగా 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 అర్థమైంది. ఎందుకంటే చాలా కష్టపడ్డారు.
Any more questions? Also, mic pass on చేయండి. Just within 5 minutes we can conclude this session. సార్ చూడండి ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ ఈవెన్ తెలుగులో మీరు అడిగినా చెప్తారు, ఇంగ్లీష్ లో అడిగినా చెప్తారు. ఎవరైనా మాట్లాడాలనుకుంటే మీరు తెలుగులో చక్కగా మాట్లాడచ్చు. మేము దాన్ని కావాలంటే ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేసి పెడతాము, లేదు అంటే అవసరం లేదు. సో చాలా మంది వచ్చారు కాబట్టి చెప్తున్నారు. ఓకే, దెన్ మేడం రెడీ? ఓకే, ప్లీజ్ మేడం, ప్లీజ్. Madam can talk in French also, Spanish also, I think, madam. So, thank you very much, madam, for accepting our invitation, coming over all the way and inspiring all the young women and students. So, it is really a wonderful moment for us. Now, I request all the faculty and some of the students and Venkateswara Garu to join with us. So felicitate Madam on behalf of our college and our principal and all the women and female. Madam, వచ్చేయండి, please. ముందుకు వచ్చేయండి, please, please. Sir, take them.
Thank you very much. Thank you, madam. Yeah. Thank you, madam, for accepting this little felicitation. Little felicitation by the staff. You are the key resource person to our conference, madam. Many aspects are discussed. Many aspects are discussed. Now, touch their hearts, madam. The main essence of this conference, your speech is the essence of this conference.
మన కాకినాడలో ఏపీడబ్ల్యూసీ చాలా యాక్టివ్ గా వర్క్ చేస్తుంది. దే ఆర్ ఆల్వేస్ వర్క్ ఫర్ బెటర్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఉమెన్. నాట్ ఓన్లీ ఇన్ కాలేజెస్, దే వర్క్ విత్ ఉమెన్ ఆఫ్ ద కమ్యూనిటీ. They approach different organizations for CSR funds and get major projects and permanent projects. Really, all the collectors and deputy collectors, whoever comes to Kakinada district, they always work with the AWC for the welfare of the women. So, congratulations and thank you very much, ma'am, for working for empowerment of women. From just now we heard that it's 97th year. So within 3 years, we will be celebrating centenary celebrations. And I also thank PR College for organizing a wonderful seminar. Really, give them a big clap to the principal and the team for thinking to organize such a seminar for this conclave. It's really wonderful. And also we congratulate the coordinator or convener of the program, Sridevi Madam, for working and her team for working hard to make all the arrangements, and we are the beneficiaries of that program, all of us. Thank you. And I request the student who wants to speak.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you everyone for giving this opportunity for me to speak my words. I firstly welcome ma'am. She came from so far, and I'm so thankful for PR College for allowing this beautiful occasion, like seminar, conducting this beautiful seminar. And we have learned a lot from the motivation. So every woman, either it be a girl, married woman, or anyone, she needs some of the motivation, right? So I think we are empowering the women. Manam women ki cheyadaniki manamu help chestunnam. But she needs a support. Oka support undali taniki. Tanu forward ki vellalanna, she needs a support. It either be a father or husband or mother, someone. So manamu women needs tanani full ga tayar chesi, we are training her and sending to a war of the society. Ee society loki manamu oka war ani vidhanga మనం పంపిస్తున్నాం. But she needs a lot of support. ఒక సోల్జర్ కి ఒక వెపన్ అనేది ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ లో తన వార్ లో ఒక ఉమెన్ కి సపోర్ట్ అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఐ నో షీ కెన్ అచీవ్, షీ కెన్ గో ఫార్వర్డ్, బట్ తనకు సపోర్ట్ ఇచ్చి తనకు ఒక మోటివేషన్ ఇచ్చి నువ్వు చేయగలవు, యూ క్యాన్ డూ ఇట్ అని కంటే ఇస్తే షీ విల్ అచీవ్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఇన్ అవర్ లైఫ్. సో a woman can make anything, she can break the barriers. I really like the sentence, ma'am. The spread the wings.
I really like your motivation, also your lines and everything. So we need to spread our wings to see forward. అంటే మనము మొత్తం అంతా చూడడానికి మనం వింగ్స్ స్ప్రెడ్ చేస్తేనే కానీ మనము మొత్తం చూడలేము. సో we need to be like a bird. ఒక బర్డ్ గా ఫుల్ వింగ్స్ ని స్ప్రెడ్ చేసి we need to see the whole society. అన్ని గమనించాలి. We have to observe everything, how the society is, how others are thinking. So ఆ విధంగా we can see and we can get the motivation. Okay, ఈ పర్సన్ నాకు మోటివేషన్ ఇస్తున్నారు. I have to go to that way. So if we find someone motivating ourselves, we can achieve anything. Women ki elanti barriers levu. You can achieve anything. Women is unstoppable. Thank you. Savya from ASD Government Degree College, and I thank our ma'am for Swachna ma'am for giving chance to coming here. మా లెక్చరర్స్ కూడా ఉమెన్ కాలేజ్ కాబట్టి ఇంకా ఎక్కువ సపోర్ట్ ఇస్తూనే ఉంటారు మాకు. ఏ అమ్మాయినా బయటకు వెళ్ళిపోయినా సరే దే ఎంకరేజ్. అంటే నువ్వు చేయగలవమ్మా, నువ్వు చదవగలవమ్మా అని చెప్పేసి వాళ్ళు ఎప్పుడు మోటివేషన్ ఇస్తారు. ఐ హావ్ సీన్ ఆల్ దీస్ 2 years. సో నేను సెకండ్ ఇయర్ లో ఉన్నా. సో ఈ 2 years నుంచి వాళ్ళు ఇస్తూనే ఉన్నారు. ఏదర్ గర్ల్ మ్యారీడ్ అయిపోయినా, నువ్వు పెళ్ళి అయిపోయినా నువ్వేమి ఆగిపోగలదమ్మా, నువ్వు చదువుకో, నువ్వు పేరెంట్స్ ని రిక్వెస్ట్ చేయి. Even though they stop you, request it. I can do it, and so they can easily help you out. Thank you.
Shravya Kumari from ASD Women's College. That's really very good to hear from you. Yes, this is also a little inspiration to your friends. Okay. Thank you very much for being with us, along with your madam. Okay, thank you, madam, for bringing all the students here. Okay, thank you very much. Nice.
We met a wonderful session with Kaljit Kaur madam. I hope you all enjoyed this session and motivated. Thank you, madam, Kaljit Kaur madam, for your motivational speech. Now I am announcing, madam, just wait. For 4 minutes, there is a cultural. After cultural event, we can discuss for lunch. Please extend your patience for 4 minutes only. అమ్మాయిలు చాలా కష్టపడి వచ్చారు, ప్రిపేర్డ్ గా వచ్చారు. మనం ఈ క్లాస్ వాళ్ళని ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తే it will be nice.
Okay, come forward. Let us do it. So quick. And I hope ఎక్కువ 5 minutes మీరు ఇక్కడ ఓపిక ఉంటారు. ఉమెన్ అంటే ఎక్కువ ఓపుకుంటారంట కదా, ఎక్కువ ఉండదు కదా, సహనం ఉండగలుగుతారు. నో ప్రాబ్లం. శరణం శివం శరణం శివం శరణం శివం పరమ గురు ప్రమో
ప్రసన్న భారత భారతీ హృదయస్థం పరమేశం ఈశం పరమేశం జగదీశం శ్రీశం. విస్తృత కృష్ణలీల తరంగలహరి ఏరినాద వినోదం సూచిత స్వచ్ఛ భారతి స్వతంత్రీ తమ సమాజ ప్రేమాన్విత సగుణ శరచంద్ర సమ మనోవిస్మృతి సాకల్యాం సకల శాస్త్ర సన్నుత సదస వివేక సంస్థాన भारती नमामि सततं सत्यसुन्दरी ीतामितवती नीराजनम् निर्गुणनिरञ्जन निरामय वेदान्त नारदगुणनिधि नीराजनम् नवनवोपेश ब्रह्म परिपालिनि नागगुणितनिधे नीराजनम् नीराजनम्
Yes, yes, I now I'm looking for
Okay, thank you very much. The present session has ended. Now we can depart for lunch. Lunch is provided in the dining hall, ground floor. after lunch, we can again assemble here. We have sessions in the afternoon also. So I request you all, the participants to join with us in the dining hall, which is located in the ground floor. Thank you very much. ఇప్పుడు మనం అంతా కూడా లంచ్ కి వెళ్ళి వచ్చేస్తే అగైన్ 2:30 మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడే మనం మీట్ అవుతాం. 2:30 షార్ప్. కింద ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడం జరిగింది లంచ్, గ్రౌండ్ ఫ్లోర్ డైనింగ్ హాల్ ఉంది ఎంట్రన్స్ లోనే. సో అక్కడ యూ కెన్ హ్యావ్ యువర్ లంచ్ అండ్ వీ కెన్ కమ్ బ్యాక్ అట్ 2:30. థ్యాంక్ యూ. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఆ